Hey gamers, it's me, your resident No Plan McGee, Chimichurri Demi Doory. This thing is on. Hello everyone, this Thursday evening, Thursday, it feels so much like a Wednesday. Like a Wednesday it does feel. Now, I'm in two minds about what we could do today. I also need to figure out what half of these toggles I have on my OBS are. So I might play around with them for a couple minutes. I've got one with just as stuff. What is this? Oh, it's my bingo card. That was funny, wasn't it? You can delete the bingo card. I have a calculator. Remove that. Code difficulties, I guess, can technically stay. Scale it properly, folks. Chat. An audio capture for DaVinci. An audio capture for DaVinci? Why did I ever have DaVinci sourced? Browser source for Dream Element. Yeah. This is Nuclear Nightmare. I don't need that. Random text.gdi. I don't need that. Tweet. Dark Souls. This. You can keep that one. Move this one over to here. Move that. Keep now. Remove that. Remove that. That. Not so good. But Isaiah creative. I have a TTS. What's the TTS? In audio? No. Interface? Yes. So I don't need this TTS. And lo and behold, I have simplified that quite substantially. Now, what I should do is I should create some photos to simplify it more. Like, games. You got games on your OBS. But I do need to be above games. Remove that. Put that in there. Now group all this. BRB can go into interface. Or should I have that? No, I should have that as a quick actions. Quick actions and quick actions we can have like technical difficulties. What's this browser for? No, and I'm scared to remove them. Drag used to here. Then add another. This can be cancel that actually. This can be applications. I didn't even spell that right. There we go. These. I think I have that all set up. Oh, not necessarily set up, but that's it all cleaned up. It looks so clean. Oh my god. That's nice. That's actually nice. So, two minds about what could happen today. Don't mind me while I open a drink. But stay hydrated, you know, gamers. Move this over here so I can see the screen better. Correct your posture. Very important, gamers. And it feels great being able to like have my mouth on the center screen because it's an actual like source capture and not a application capture anymore. So I can mess around and I can do stuff. You don't know what I'm gonna do. Great. I can even play with my settings and you don't know. It's fantastic. Anyway. That's not fantastic though. Where did I throw myself into? God, where did I throw myself? And that's the problem, I've lost myself already. Where? I see a problem. Applications, maybe? Nope, 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 nope. Quick actions, nope. BGM, nope. Interface. Audio. Boogie. Games. No, how? How could I do this to myself? I am an idiot. No! There's like a 8 pixel gap below me and I need to fix it. And I can't select my source input because I can't find my source input. No, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy, I tell you. Where the hell did I put it? Now playing. Oh. That's incorrect. I don't need that anymore. What are you? Reactive Fugi group. You're in the wrong place. Alerts, sound alerts. Throw use to the bottom because I don't know if I need to use you. BGM. BGM, Xiphons. No, that's all good. Quick actions, that's all good. Application. What have I done? Not in... Oh, Athophugies. Alright, reopen everything. That's it. Why is it in BGM? Now it's in quick actions. That's not much better. I drag you out real quick. No. Try. Can I full screen you? Like, how do I turn off snapping? Blending? Ooh. I mean, that's cool, but no. How do I unblend? How do I unblend? There we go. And that's gonna have to do. You know, this is a professional, do nothing, have no expectation stream. I don't know why I've got screen tearing on the actual screen in front of me. Do I have like a VSync issue I can fix on my actual local source of the YouTube studio? Can I look this up? Oh wait, I keep what's the word? I keep distracting myself. Oh. Two potential. Hey, Panicking. How's it going? I keep distracting myself right now. Got no plans today. Really, those two ideas I had going. I have been a long time since I've seen 15 Zintax videos, and he's just released a pathological, and I'm like, you know what? I could catch up on them. What am I trying to do? I just spent 10 minutes trying to look for my VTube Studio source on OBS. An exaggeration, it was only about 6 minutes. No, I've just been playing around cleaning up my source of an OBS while I've been here. So not really up to too much. What you've been up to? So yeah, one option, you know, watch some video. Zintac. It's just as arguably disappointing. I mean, you don't have to tell me at tries. But yeah, some video is an option, or more Dark Souls, or maybe both. You've been up to video making and all. That's very good. I opened OBS. No, I didn't open OBS again. I opened DaVinci again. And I done a little bit of cutting. I have shaved about 20 minutes off of a 2-hour recording, and got possibly like 2 or 3 of a clip for rough cuts, which is nothing. It just thought, you know what, I've got nothing better to do. Might as well open it. Get distracted a couple times. Couldn't focus entirely on it, but one's on the way. Feels good. I can't give a timeline, but it's quite impressive how quickly muscle memory comes back. So hopefully I can keep that up. What? I think we will start with some video. Now, which one did I put my browser into? I've got a source. Application source? Yes, I do. Oh my god, I was quick. Yeah, you can see my stream up there. With Border Cell. I already have Def Zintac up. Memory jump scare. I have a browsing account I keep separate from my actual upload account. So much you want to talk about recording your favorite game, you feel like doing videos, pipe and documentary education is really full of stuff. It's really full of shit. So yeah, they're really, I mean, at the end of the day you make the content you want to make. That's the beauty of the internet. But you can say that like there's expectations of a certain type of content, thoroughness, depth, and resonance to like energy, like ratio. Like how much energy do you want to put into your video relevant to what you want to talk about? And it's like I'm speaking a big game because like, oh my god, I don't think you know what you're doing. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. But it's just what I'm thinking. And you know, I have to be right because, you know, knowledge is kind of my forte, I guess. So where was the last one I seen? I think it probably was on this row. So Aphologic's brand new. It's short. You can probably start on that one. Also can get BGM closed off. Rah! Burp! Look at what we're doing. We're gonna be watching some Theft Zintac. The very beginning, at least. I have at least I want to say 8 theft videos I could watch. We're gonna start with Pathologic free review. Also, review. There's actually a surprising amount of review. Actually, no, these are all reviews. Oh, they've all been reviews. I had just never created in my mind that they've made reviews. Let's go.
Hey people, Seth.
Had the lot lower energy than normal. Least insane Seth review. Least insane Seth opening. You're figuring out the road like everyone else. It's considerably more depressing considering you're a demon of knowledge that you have been around for thousands of years, at least longer. Proper college education as subject related to video making. Well, I'm an electrician.
Hey people, Seth here. Pathologic Free is a game about trading walnut shells.
Also, I realize a problem. That should fix it.
For opium with a gang. Seth here. Pathologic Free is a game about trading walnut shells for opium with a gang of preschoolers, arguing eugenics with rats, and upholding your Hippocratic oath. Despite the number, this is the best entry point to the series. You don't need prior experience or to play the previous titles to understand the contents, which is a blessing because I have. You play as Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine and proprietor of Fanatica, a Soviet institute researching the phenomena of death and its reversal. Funding has run out, and your last hope is a letter describing the existence of an immortal man, Simon Kane, living in a remote town on the steppe. Translation: this game takes place in Kazakhstan. However, upon arrival, you're informed of his murder. To make matters worse, a mysterious plague has broken out, the trains have stopped, and there's no way out.
Oh?
Then you jump to the present, being interrogated in the capital. You stand accused of leaving the town for dead, for fleeing from your doctorly duties. But you didn't. Or you did, until you went back and changed that too. Past, present, and future aren't a line, but a liquid. Their order doesn't matter, only your choices and actions. This is a young doctor's notebook by Bulgarian.
Okay, I'm realizing that there's a problem with the chat. That's not showing up. But what is the mystery of death? It is a good question. And why is my chat gone? Because my chat is gone. I might have accidentally just deleted my chat. I can fix that. So bring this one. That's actually not too bad. Okay, quick fix. Welcome to Behind the Scenes. We're gonna just grab my chats from another source, bring them here, and we're gonna drag them down to a suitable height. Like 492 pixels. Yes, it was. Verb's right. This Pathologic is pretty racky. Pathologics are all pretty racky. You have been disillusioned. Oh, behind the scenes jump scare again. Oh no, what's happening? Also, why am I like completely out of sync? I've got like the mask here. Where's my I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah. No head. I'm gonna have to look into that later. Some jiggery pokery.
Gakov, except it's a psychological horror where you're responsible for the lives of 18,000 townspeople in a backwater culture with strange customs, who will antagonize and hinder your efforts every step of the way.
With a lot
as
less
you listen to the soothing sounds of Mongolian throat singing. Dealing with a plague is the least of your problems. Dealing with people, and suddenly it's like you're watching body cam footage. I have to tell these apes to stand down before they realize I don't have anything in the chamber.
He's out of ammo.
Or do I? And all this while you deal with the greatest problem. Yourself. With his glass bones and paper skin, Daniil has the constitution of a hummingbird. A little too much excitement. He becomes manic, and his tiny heart just can't keep up. But if an orphan calls him Unk and says he's getting a Norwood 7 in the next 4 years, he begins to load his suicide revolver. To summarize our protagonist's entire ethos: if you bully me, I'll kill myself. Every moment is a battle against apathy. Get a
Understandable.
little too sad, upset, or annoyed, and suddenly you're fighting intrusive thoughts with a gun in your mouth. But death is the beginning. Our failures on the 5th marked the end, and we're not satisfied with the conclusion, so we're going to rewrite the whole thing. Time is essential, precious, and fleeting, until we wind the clocks back and realize each day is infinite. After all, the cathedral generates time. How can we ever run out? Each day is a set of impossible tasks. To succeed in one means to fail the rest. For example, one of my last remaining leads is currently being buried alive. If I don't dig him out, he'll suffocate in a few hours. But if I do, I'll miss the distribution of contaminated spring water and the diagnosis of several key patients. So I hold on to my success and shatter my failures. The day repeats, and to the testimony of all witnesses, Dankovsky was here. Mirrors steal your time and reflection, so be sure to break any you see. As a physician, diagnosis makes for one of the most interesting and frustrating aspects of your job. That's because, more often than not, a patient is lying to you, to themselves, or both at the same time. We begin with what we can trust, physical examination and microscopic biopsy analysis. From there, we question the patient, investigate their surroundings, and get secondhand information from friends and family. And if they don't have any of those, we ask the homeless. Each time you tick off a symptom, your casebook draws closer to a likely conclusion. Sometimes the obvious answer is a red herring, and you have to dig deeper for the truth. Symptoms may be present and unrelated, dormant, or absent, depending on the progression of disease. Correct diagnosis
if you want to,
is
if you want more
critical, as it
context, I
lets
can
us
actually show
formulate
you
a
Mandalore
provisional
Gamin's
vaccine
like
for the day. This
summary
isn't the
of
first time the
pathologic.
town has dealt with a plague. 5 years ago, the sand pest made its first appearance, which was swiftly
And it
contained
is,
by a quarantine and burning everyone
a couple
alive.
Mandalore
Unfortunately,
Gamins which
the
are
town
like
physician
really
responsible
good.
for containing
Pathologic was
the
a good one.
epidemic,
His
Isidore
Divine
Borah,
Cybermancy
has also
was
been
incredible as
murdered
well.
on the exact same day as Simon.
Now,
However,
I
we
will
aren't
show you a
entirely
pathologic
defenseless.
one.
We brought an
Like a 30-40
experimental
minute
prototype
video.
from Capital, a device that manipulates air pressure to disperse microbial particles. Hold down, charge, and release.
I don't have pathologic. I am not brave
Essentially, this
enough
is
for
an
pathologic.
industrial aerosol disinfectant.
It is a
but
game
we're
for
in the middle of
masochists.
nowhere, so we have to settle for
Like how
loading
you
it
know
with
how you've got like
digestive
early
bile from a cow's
2000s
liver.
like German and like European RPGs which are fundamentally like very solid games but also
The
they
good
require
news
you
is
to
that we
like
can
not
traverse
play
infected
reality
districts. The bad
because
news
they're so awkward.
is that we're going insane. Shabnak Adig, step demon
like one
and
of them, but
manifestation
worse.
of a plague,
But
has
better.
taken a fascination with us. She is death. You're the killer of death, and she's pursuing
but
a
Dark Souls
toxic
have a randomizer.
relationship.
Funny.
It's not a case of you're bad for each other. She is a golem made of
Games
sand and
don't-
bone, and she's going to tear you apart. The prototype can
It's
only
so true.
temporarily delay her, but like a moth to flame, she's easily distractible. But we can't run forever. Each site of infection contains a bloom, a cluster of dormant plague. When stimulated by a caustic agent, it becomes active and exhibits
think
autophagy against
the
other
answer
sand
to,
pest
like,
cells.
is the
By
game
loading
fun?
our prototype with a
Is the game
sample,
is
we can fire it
satisfying?
directly at Shabnak. You get a single shot
Not
at
a
this,
fun game.
so try not to miss. Provided
But
you
when you
didn't fumble it,
complete a
she
game like
cannibalizes
this, it's
herself,
an
which slows the
achievement.
outbreak for a day. And tomorrow, she'll remember what you did. Ever since Pathologic 2, the mind map keeps us from aimless wandering. Each time we travel between districts, we have to plot a course. If they're safe, we can pass through automatically, but cross any district that's infected or rioting, and we have to reach the exit ourselves. Personally, I prefer death by ancient bacteria over the raping intent of country bandits. Wherever Dankovsky goes, the sound of clapping follows. But it's not his hands that make the orchestra. After establishing a field hospital, the ruling families give you authority to enact emergency decrees. This is often a balancing act, as many of the
There's so
measures
many
you
more
take to
mechanics,
decrease
what the heck?
contagion increase unrest. You get to witness the effects of your policies firsthand, as your enforcers misinterpret routine inspection for board up their doors and windows, kill them if they try to leave. There's a Turkish proverb, feed the orphan today, and in return, he'll sodomize you tomorrow. Don't expect gratitude. You can't save them
Is
all.
this canon,
The town
Panikin?
collapses
Is that
after day
canon?
5. That's why, initially, we can't go to day 6, because it doesn't exist. That's why we make the decrees. Through our actions, the future has become longer. Traveling to the future requires that the sandpest has not reached a critical point of no return, as seen by the red line in the chart. Basically,
I gotta
we're
hit back
safe-scumming each
sometimes.
possibility until we reach the desired outcome. The powers that be are replaced by the capital. They're outside of a story, and you're actively arguing your case with interrogators sent to destroy you. You can even meet the inspector on day 4 and coax out answers to his strategy. He introduces himself as a dog catcher. In his own words, when he puts on the leash, they struggle so furiously they get into a loop. These loops are dead ends in your reasoning chain, paradoxes and contradictions that have to be rewritten to escape. If we calm down and refuse to struggle, he can't win. We can't influence the outcome without starting the day, but to start the day, we have to convince him of its relevance. For this reason, we dispel his immediate accusations. Then, as the story changes, so does the relevance of what came before and after. You've probably realized by now, there's a lot of dialogue. It's not just verbose and flowery, it's a lot of sophistry. And it goes both ways, because Dankovsky will randomly spout Latin, not even complicated Latin. Instead of saying, "You made a mistake," this man will say, "Errare humanum est." Replace it with Japanese and you'll understand. A patient explains that they're dying. He responds with, "Naruhodo." We're talking weeaboo levels of Latin. Ever since Mandalore pointed this out, I'm led to believe that town doesn't distrust him. They just think he's a neurodivergent savant. As he garbles out, "Watashi wa daniro desu," to a group of blank-faced schoolchildren. On the other hand, this is a man who runs around town like Sonic the Hedgehog while scoping out trash with his Witcher vision, which he stores inside clocks for safekeeping. The signs were already there. We simply ignored the diagnosis. I could spoil the entire plot of a series and lay out every detail, and you would come back just as confused. Without knowing, there's no understanding. Thus, I don't need you to understand my actions.
The mother of all weapons. Brighter than the sun.
Deep cut.
Pathologic is avant-garde if you're a Sood, puzzling if you're Goy Cattle, and mundane if you knew it already. Playing Pathologic 1 feels like being mugged, repeatedly, forever, and I don't wish this on anyone. Pathologic 2 became an actual game, and free is the most polished experience this company has ever made. They say, write what you know. In a case of modern media, this is living in Seattle and receiving the gift. Then, from a Slavosphere, it's a bunch of esoteric hallucinations from a lack of sunlight. Combine this with Second Temple Talmudic rabbinical teachings, read a little bit of a Kabbalah, sprinkle in some Gnosticism, and see what comes out. It's probably one of the better artsy games out there, but the problem
feels like if you're doing a review for like you do
AIDS and wants a walking simulator with no difficulty. So they can write a 5-hour video essay about how Olgimsky is fat and lives in the gut district, and his large, matronly body is a metaphor for, like, consumption. The difficulty sneaks up on you. Amalgam isn't infinite, and like menopause, you'll eventually run dry. Each day has a finite set of temporal resources that can't be brought over. However, nicotine tolerance is permanent, as your 6mg menthol Zins will gradually lose their potency. Being outside of time has its consequences.
Yeah.
Because the drugs are wearing off.
When you're,
there's some rough edges, which I'm told they're working on.
Video
the UI isn't final. Quick slots break, some voiceovers and text strings are missing, and once I talked to an NPC and got jump scared by Cyrillic. In summary, philosophers need to be sent to a foreign penal colony where they can't bother the rest of us. I thoroughly recommend it. The game is available on Steam with a 20% launch discount, and for the rest, just watch my other videos.
I'm glad that joke's still in the community.
Hello,
no autoplay. I'm not going to outside of YouTube. Mandalore Gaming. It should probably be one of his more popular videos. There we go, Pathologic Classic. Best other channel 100%.
Right. Where do I even start? I'm no stranger to weird games, but this one is up there. This one is really up there.
It's just a comfortable
time. To put it simply, Pathologic is a Russian game released in 2005. It garnered a lot of awards in its own country, and went mainly unnoticed in the West. There are good reasons for that. For one, the English translation was incomprehensible. Pathologic made I Divine Cybermancy look like a Marvel movie. But then in 2015 an HD version was announced. It looked promising. Some updated visuals, widescreen support, and best of all, an updated translation. It also restored content that was cut from the English version because the translation was so horrible it was unusable. Not that a lot of people got to that anyways. So that came out, and it still remains obscure. So let's get the game started to find out why. The game opens with a group of kids having a funeral for a doll. It's odd, but not as odd as the in-game play.
Our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well,
The muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What
Did
a
you go
silly
theater?
place.
These are the 3 playable characters. Before the game's even started, they're arguing over
Yeah,
whose method
that's
will be
good.
best for the job. The music is creepy, and the dialogue and delivery is very performative.
Only a miracle can set us free without us
Hey, at
having
least
to
it's clean.
destroy something.
Means there's so
I
little
can
to do with it next time.
miracles. Just let me.
Then they do a stage freeze and it's all over. Watching this was optional. You could go to the door to choose a character at any time. So, you have the Bachelor, Haruspex, and Changeling. You can only play the Changeling after you beat the game with one of the other characters, so I recommend the Bachelor. Time for video games.
Time for auspicious circumstances and cryptic metaphor. Hey, speaking of food for a week,
Anyways,
seems the size of a
you're
turkey.
Bachelor of Medicine. You've come to a
looked at
strange town to
Christmas.
investigate a claim that a man is centuries old. From the very first second I started playing, it
Christmas
seemed uncomfortable
post.
and cramped. There's something
With,
strange about this
for, like,
architecture.
9
Even something
people?
as mundane as a stairwell
Looked at
seemed really
turkey
creepy.
for, like,
It's almost like
32
an
people.
Escher stairway, like something's off or not real about it. The very first conversation you have with someone feels the same way. The writing is flowery and your first
There was a
conversation
lot of
is
leftover turkey.
philosophical. It's almost like you're in a
No,
dream.
no,
It's
not
reminding me
kilo,
of...
but probably was
Oh,
close
no.
enough too
You
fast.
get a map marker to the old man, and then your tutorial.
But 32
from them.
people.
Your first look at the town sure is ominous. It's like you're about to be practicing medicine in Silent Hill. Or Morrowind. These guys also talk to you like you're in a play, and explain the game's mechanics in the same terms. There's a day-night cycle. You can miss most of the events. You want to visit important people, but not the common folk because they're extras. Okay, wait, no, don't dismiss them entirely. Okay, there's some more philosophy discussion, but wait a minute. This is going to be a survival game. So I need to figure out the town, meet people, and survive it. No problem. I'm dead. So do I get a game over, or...
Everyone would eat a kilogram of turkey. I mean, 32 kilograms of turkey would be a lot of turkey.
Ah, right.
No,
I
isn't
didn't
usually
say.
like a serving
Let's
like
try that again. It turns
couple
out you're never
hundred
gonna meet
grams.
your man. He was mysteriously murdered. There are strange things happening in a town that's weird enough already. The locals are eerie. They're usually polite, but very reserved with you. Which is understandable
Yeah.
since you're from out of town. So now you're playing Magnum
Got to
PI in
know-
a culture
good to
that's
know
utterly
that if,
alien to you. To
ever
make matters
like
worse,
having
rumors are
food,
swirling
gotta
of a
get like
sand plague
15
outbreak.
kilos of
You have no
turkey
idea what the
for
sand
panicking
plague
alone.
is, but the locals are terrified of it. The investigation points to a serial killer, but that's when things get complicated. People have ideas on who or what the serial killer could be. Some kind of necromancer?
15 kilos
A
would be a
local woman with a criminal
insane amount
past?
of food to eat.
What the hell is a step demon? In fact, what is this city? What
Yeah,
year
but
is
the
this
chicken's
supposed to
like
be?
a pound or
The
two.
style of dress is all over the place and everyone sounds so strange.
I had a feeling you would come.
The mystery keeps building. We'll come back to this. For now, I'm going to talk about the presentation. Despite being the HD edition, on a technical level, the visuals are subpar. The original game was also considered very ugly for 2005. The regular
Huge!
NPCs have no variation.
Absolutely
Every mugger uses
huge.
the exact same model. They're always carrying a knife. So fighting a group of them is silly, like they're all coming out of a clown car. Just the same bowl-cut bandit over
Yeah,
and over
I
again.
can't.
All of the minor
describe you, it
NPCs
was like-
have a type,
it was
and
like
they
big,
too have
big.
no variation. Huh. This is every drunk in the game. This is every store owner in the game. This guy? You guessed it. It would be nice for there to be minor variation, even change their clothes, unless... The fidelity of character models and just about everything else is okay-ish for 2005. That's the best I can say for all the technical stuff. It is dated, but not horribly so. In contrast, the art direction is interesting. Some parts of the town look roughly like post-revolution
I mean,
Russia,
fair.
but
I
then other
would
parts look like they're from
normally eat a
Mongolian
chicken
steppe
over
culture.
turkey.
Then you have buildings that combine
Like,
the
turkey
styles.
is
You also
more
have buildings
of
that don't
a-
fit in at all. For example,
I was
the
gonna say
giant superstructures
ceremonial
throughout the
meal?
town. They're just
Definitely
looming
more of
over
like
everything.
a
I
one
can
for twice
understand
a
a town
year.
having a big train yard.
Like,
What's not normal is your town having
you don't
a
get a
giant
lot of turkey in
polyhedron
the
tower
UK.
on the
Like, turkey
outskirts.
is not
One
an
that's breaking all
uncommon
physical
meat,
laws and filled
but
with
people
children. The
wouldn't
walls
eat
are
it
all
a
made
lot.
of paper with writing on it. The
You'd have
entire
like
city
turkey
has a really
sandwiches, those are
peculiar
common.
taste in artwork.
Or
The
like a
whole town
roast
seems like
turkey,
it's in another dimension.
one for
How
twice a
about these
year,
big buildings
one
with
of
no
those
roof
being
and no
Christmas.
walls? How does something
Why
like
am
this
I
even
under...
happen? Wait a
One
minute.
second, I gotta move
Damn
myself
you,
again.
Cromwell.
Where am I? No, it won't let me select my... Okay, I've gotta drag it out. That's better. Yes, I'm on the right bottom side. No, what it was, there was like a 4-pixel gap between me and the ground.
Well, were you here too? Not to mention all the
Now it's
strange
not.
non-human creatures in the town. They have a unique look. The whole
Also
art
meant by
style
rare
does.
mind, meant
The game
I,
builds so
like,
much
read
mystery
myself.
by just looking around, because they include areas you would expect this place to have. But the strange buildings seem just as important
I
to the
wonder
city,
if the way
but
to
you
make
don't know
the
what they're for
captions
yet.
render on top
It
of
doesn't look weird to look weird.
There's
There must
probably
be a
gonna
purpose.
be like some weird...
At the same time, the game's
Nah,
trying to get something
probably
else
not.
out of you. So let's talk about that
I think
second
it's
one.
impossible.
Back
but,
in the
like,
Call of Cthulhu
nah.
video, I mentioned that some of these older games have an uncanny valley effect. It's when the visuals are dated, but just good looking enough to trick your brain a bit. Pathologic fits
I
neatly
mean,
into this category.
you can see what I see.
But
Yeah,
there's
you
something
can't see
else
like when things
off-putting
are
besides the
selected, but like
architecture.
whatever
The
I see
colors.
on my overlay is what
The
you
game
see.
is drab. When you're exploring, it's very easy for parts of the city to blend together.
Look,
It
I've
doesn't
just
matter the
cleaned
time of
everything
day or
up
the
and
weather,
thrown everything into
everything
folders.
starts looking brown or yellow or green or gray. It's ugly and
I need
miserable,
to like
like a
figure out
never-ending
what stuff
funeral.
is again.
Then you
like
combine
muscle
that with the
memory
low
is back
foggy
up.
draw distance, and it's
So
like you're
much
living in a
cleaner.
haze.
So much
Even on a
cleaner.
good day, this place seems awful. Then things get bad. Really bad. And the only thing you can say is, you know what, this seems appropriate. You have an alien culture, everything looks dirty and gross. Of course the sky looks like Beijing traffic.
Maybe I
The
am.
soundscape also seems to be off. You hear muffled sounds like dogs barking and kids crying, but it seems to be right by your ear somehow.
But notice, even though the chat's on my left, like IRL,
A lot of the sound
I tend to
effects,
look to my
especially
right
the
when
weapon
replying.
sounds, are very
It also means
subpar.
I look at chat. Because I have OBS on my right.
However, the music is a completely different story. Some of it sounds like it's sneaking up on you.
I don't know why looking at OBS is more of a response than looking at chat. I don't know, it just feels natural. I mean, that's quite possible. It is quite possible. Maybe subconsciously that is a possibility what is weighing in on the decision to look right. Maybe it's also the fact I can actually see myself ever look right.
I've never heard
Doesn't
anything
he?
quite
Doesn't
like it.
he?
It has horns,
He?
tribal chants, opera notes, cow sounds.
kidding, I'm
it's like
kidding.
Genghis Khan made the Half-Life 2 soundtrack. A lot of the tracks are very atmospheric and kind of catchy. I wouldn't listen to it in my car, but I enjoy it for what it is.
I need
It's the biggest, strongest nail in keeping the game's atmosphere together. It has a very special kind of atmosphere. The kind of atmosphere where you break into a dirty warehouse and fight 8 guys who all look like this. And then the music
good
starts
luck.
playing like a Mongolian trip-hop remix of that song from The Fifth Element. This game is weird. This game is really weird. Oh right, I should talk about the game part. Let's get back to our
Game
Bachelor of
part.
Medicine.
You've changed. Or am I imagining things?
This game is frequently described as a survival horror game. The emphasis is on survival. There's a lot to manage and do, and the clock is always ticking. There are several stats that you need to manage: your reputation, your health, your immunity to the plague, your hunger, your exhaustion, and your infection. Health is self-explanatory. Bad man hits you equals no good. Your reputation determines how people treat you. If it's bad, store owners won't trade with you. If it's really bad, city guards and even the townsfolk will try to attack you. Kill them and you lose even more. For example, you could break into someone's house, murder all the residents and their children, and
I
rob
can
them
read
blind,
your
but then
argument
people are
out.
gonna gossip.
I did
That'll
play
just
lob.
mean more trouble. But you are trying to survive, so things might get desperate. You can increase your reputation by treating or helping the sick. But if your immunity is not high, then the infected could infect you. So when one's running at you, your instinct might be to kill them before they can infect you, but people
Maybe
don't
not
like that
pathologic
either.
one.
You're supposed to help
You
the
know
sick,
what?
not
Maybe
shish
maybe we
kebab
can
them.
make a stretch
People
goal.
do like it
Not
when you
stretch
murder all
goal.
the
Maybe we can make a
muggers.
sub goal.
So you shank them in the dead of night for more
A fall
stuff and more
goal.
reputation. But this comes at a risk to your health. There are
At a-
very
at a
few
certain
traditional
threshold,
healing
maybe-
items,
maybe
so it could
let's
be
say-
better to try and avoid combat. Let the guards handle it. He's gonna serve and protect the hell out of that guy. Uh-oh. To get healing bandages and other specialized
what?
items, you have to understand the hobo
I
economy.
think
It's easy. What you do is
25.
dig through the garbage cans.
At 25,
Some have
we
treasures like a broken
do
razor blade or an
pathologic.
empty bottle.
It's
Others have nothing.
not
So whenever you're walking
unattainable,
around
but
town,
that is a stretch.
check all the trash. Really, you should be dumpster diving at all times. Then you want to fill your bottles with water. There's a lot of
Set
places
it
you
up
can do
after.
that. Then you go and talk to the drunks who, for some reason, have all the
But
healing
I would say
bandages.
pathologic
so now you
like
can
2 or
trade
3.
water bottles
Because
for
like those are
bandages and
infinitely more
tourniquets.
playable.
That's just how it is, or you can get them the other way. Now you could be thinking if melee is so risky, then why not just use guns all the time? Well, I would, but guns are
we
very
can figure out
rare.
another game.
They also wear down and become less accurate over time, so they need repairs. Ammunition is also rare and expensive. You could go to the Kmart in the bad part of town.
The thing is,
but there
like,
is a
one
more obvious
one
place to find
playthrough
bullets.
isn't like
Check
the
the school
game. You
children.
have to like
They have plenty of
play the game
ammunition.
holistically.
They sometimes trade
Have
for
you
dumpster
have you
items,
seen
but all
I
kids are
Divine
different.
Cyberman?
You can
by
scam little
Fury?
girls for antibiotics. Maybe you randomly found a piece of jewelry while walking around. Girls give good drugs and ammo for those. This edgy kid wants your knives. This awkward kid wants your nuts.
Question can be
The art
weird.
of exploiting children is truly
TDB
powerful.
emote?
You always want the
TDB
hobo
emote?
economy in mind. Maybe you can find something to trade for little Cindy's
don't know.
Novocaine. You get food to manage your hunger. Of course, depending on the situation the town is in, the prices for food
emote.
can
Better
change
T-
dramatically
better
from day to
TTV.
day. Are you getting a great deal? Or will
Maybe.
prices drop 5 times tomorrow?
Which
Who knows?
is
For dealing with the plague, there are a lot of immunity drugs you can take. But these usually
yeah,
damage your health.
it's
and
like a
you can
plugin
overdose.
which gives you
Or sleep
access
for
to like a large
exhaustion.
emote library
But now your hunger
shared
is
between
going back
channels.
up. Some food items might affect
Like,
your
it
immunity
doesn't
or
mean
hunger
that, like, you
negatively.
can upload-
Then there's dealing with the
Does that mean
plague.
you can upload emotes?
If you
I
don't
don't know,
how to
but it does
cure
mean that
you
there's
can
like a
only manage
large
it.
emote
For the love
library,
of
like
God, do not get infected.
just it's an
It will-
extended emote library.
Oh God, it's here. You can find gear to increase your protection, find better gear, get your gear broken.
So
get it
someone could
fixed.
type in like a
It's
certain type of
almost
thing
an
in chat
immersive
and it will
sim.
like turn into
The
an
problem
emote.
is the execution. The idea of solving a
So it's
mystery
like,
while maintaining
you
all
know
these
how
stats
sometimes
is
see
great.
people
That's what the
will
last game
type
was
it in,
about
like,
too. The
cat-
thing is, the gameplay itself just isn't fun. The combat is
Like Cat
very
Jam.
floaty and awkward.
Like, that's-
it's hard
that's
to
not
tell
the
the
emote,
reach of
but,
your
like,
weapon. Guns
that
quickly
turns
become
into, like, an
inaccurate,
emote
making
gif.
hitboxes seem incorrect.
I
It
didn't
makes you wanna
do it
wait
right.
until
I
the
don't.
enemy is right in front of you
I've
before
not
firing, so
really
you don't
used
waste any of
better
your bullets.
TTV.
The worst by
I
far are the
know
rats because
Adu
they can
have
give you the
used better
plague.
TTV.
Melee with them
and
drove
a
me
lot of
crazy, and it
channels
took me a
do
long
have it
time before I
active
could
as
reliably
a
kill them that
plugin
way.
for their
You
chat.
can also sneak around, and I honestly have no idea how
And
that
honestly,
system
I guess
works.
there's not
I
really
can
a
risk
reason not
shots
to
here
have it
because
unless you
they'll
don't
never
want
see
it.
me. The mechanics are there, but
Wait, is it
awkward, like it's an
paid?
early build of it.
Didn't know-
Sometimes
wait,
the AI becomes silly,
what better
sometimes it
TTV
just
was
shuts down.
free?
When it is working, they mainly charge at you in swing. Even then, it wasn't uncommon for the
Yeah, it's just an
pathfinding there to go
extension.
nuts too. It's just not enjoyable. A weapon that might
But
bring
what if
variety, like a shotgun,
TTV
just feels like every other
emote?
weapon. It doesn't feel like a big step up. You are risking a lot in combat, but it's just so poorly done that you don't feel its weight as much. Plus, you can avoid
Built
it by
to
just
7
running
TB.
into a nearby building. Still, this isn't the worst part of the game. Not even close to
Point.
it. Here's a good 90% of Pathologic.
Okay, so it could be something else. And might be at the okay. I never put that one in. I think okay. That is okay. Ad one isn't for me. Ad one might be set by Better TTV as an actual emote contribution to the Better TTV library. So Ad's not a me. Cause like it might be like anyone on Twitch with 100,000 points on a channel
Yep, still
can
going.
get that put in. Maybe. I can look into that as we're doing this. Manage.
You are going to do so much walking. You might have thought that example was long. I don't think it was long enough. You can't run and drain exhaustion, you just walk. Going through garbage isn't something you do on the side, it's something to do to give you sanity. You take a trash break, back to walking. This is why the game has remained so obscure. All this walking. You have 12 days to survive, and each endgame day
Why
is
not adjust
roughly
the
2
cost?
hours. The games I've seen people complain
Let's
about
just
being
turn it
walking
off for now.
simulators are usually very short. In my playthrough of The Bachelor, I did a lot of side quests, but not
Probably.
all of them. Do you know how long it
Just
took
turn
me
that
to
off
beat
for
it?
now. I never turned it on.
If you can't get into the story of a game, don't play Pathologic. There's
Oh
nothing
yeah,
for you
but,
here.
but
I don't mean that in a
back to the
derogatory
video.
way. From my perspective,
After
the story
20
is the only
hours.
possible thing that could keep someone playing this game. Is the atmosphere and music great? Absolutely. Can it carry a game that long on its own?
you are the
No.
one who
I'm
wanted
completely
to
fine
use them.
ignoring everything else in a game
No
if the
one
gameplay
ripped
is
anything
fun.
out. It
If
was
the
a
story and writing is
voluntary
good, then yeah, I can
and
forgive some things being
entirely
subpar. This
altruistic,
tested my mentality a bit to the extreme. I didn't know how to
transaction.
word this. Then this one man summed it up perfectly. Ah, Pathologic. Great atmosphere and story propping up gameplay that is slow, boring, and endlessly frustrating. What a terrible game. It's great. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And
This game is mundane and slow. It makes Stalker look like Ikaruga. But it's really captivated me. That's a good word for it. It's holding me captive to walk down all these roads. I usually only lightly talk about the story in a game, because usually I'm hoping that someone's going to play it themselves and come up with their own conclusion. But this time it's so impenetrable that I'm going to get more into it. I'm not going to talk about spoilers yet, I'll warn you.
story
Back
time.
to The Bachelor. Every day you'll have a new main mission, and also side missions. You have an endgame day to complete them. Naturally, your main mission matters the most. The Bachelor has several characters in town who are bound to him. Their survival is crucial for getting the proper ending. If you fail your mission or don't complete it before the day is over, one of your bound will die. Depending on how far you're into the game, it could be possible to still get the proper ending. Were they significant for things to come? Maybe. I don't want to find out. On the other hand, you can completely ignore the side missions. Unlike most games, these aren't always rewarding. You might end up paying $2,000 out of pocket for something that's not worth it. Some cheap items, and maybe some more background on a character. The side missions can have several outcomes besides failure. Some might give you rare items, some might give you nothing at all. Even if you don't finish them, they are worth looking into, because there are angles. Every character has an angle. It could be for good, it could be for evil, greed, whatever. The point is that characters will lie to you, not in a video game fashion like you're gonna get ambushed in some building. Rather, it's the purpose to what you're doing. If you're looking into an event, people will have different details. The truth is in what lines up.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
there are three
actually a
powerful
detective game.
families who
No
have
one
been vying
told you
for
that.
control of the city for years. So then you start to wonder, what's really a part of their culture? Is there really a Shabnak Steppe demon? Or is this their version of a drop bear? Wait, maybe there's a demon? The more you learn about the people, the more you learn how to play them yourself. It's possible to fail a main mission and some side quests just by revealing too much in a conversation. If you know enough and the timing is right, you can call them out in a lie. When do you play dumb? When do you press the investigation? Not only do you need to figure out a bizarre culture, you also need to figure out how not to get played by the
with
people
interest
using it
in
against
setting
you.
something up, I could
So you have a lot to
figure it
think over
out.
walking around the town. I still think it's far too much thinking time. Then the plague hits. Now things are even more complicated.
But thank you,
Who's
we'll be
really
up to now,
helping you to
keep that
try
in
and
mind.
solve the situation? Who's using the plague to make a power play? What supernatural forces are really going on? Every night there's an optional mime performance at the town theater. The thing is, the characters talk about what happened that day and foreshadow possible futures. How can that be possible? Sometimes I understood what these plays were foreshadowing. Honestly, I have a really good feeling about the army coming to town. My gut feeling just tells me that it's gonna be great. Some of the other plays, well, I had no idea what they meant. The game has big
No.
twists, but sometimes they twist again. On one day you're playing the Thing, trying to figure out who might be a shapeshifter. On another, you might be out in the wilderness looking for answers. All the walking across town, all the awful fetch quests, yeah, they're still there. They even plot an identical twin logic puzzle at one point. It hooked me in hard. Everything that's horrible is still horrible, but I could tolerate it. They even lampshade how slow the game is. This work is neither very time-consuming nor mundane, and it's
I just
definitely
want
more
my
than a mere
channel to be
errand.
what I
It's a very
curate.
important mission. It's a marathon of a game. It did give me a lot of answers when I beat it, but even more questions to wonder about. Then I realized that after all of that, there were 2 more characters. What?
Character
After
2.
all that walking, all that everything, you want me to do it again? I mean, what kind of psychopath
I'll
would
give you a
actually...
piece of
Okay, the Herspex is a
mind.
little different. Dangerous. Unlike the Bachelor, he's from
Like
the
this
town.
game's batshit
He's
crazy.
returned from studying medicine in the capital. Unfortunately, now he's the town's #1 suspect for the murder. Due to being wanted, he starts the game with very low reputation. Most of the town wants him dead. In fact, there are a lot of events that will make your reputation go down. Take his very first quest, which is to go out into the wilderness and murder a child. He's very much the hard mode character.
There
I'm
is a
still not
lot
sure
of
why you can
pieces
play him
in
from the
this
beginning.
story.
With your low reputation, you can't trade from the start. You do have another option. See, the worm creatures have a very peculiar way of gardening. It involves human blood. So if you win a fight with somebody and have a sharp object, you can harvest their organs. Coming from the Bachelor, this is an extreme change. The
It's a very
hobo
different
economy has
change.
now extended into the illegal organ market. In steppe culture, you have to be born into a certain caste to open up a body. So the organs are really only illegal because people don't like you. Trading organs with the worm people for plants is very normal. These are desperate times, so you might have to take desperate measures. I got 5 kids to feed. Besides healthy organs, you could also get infected organs. The Bachelor had a lot of trouble with that one. You know, cultural law trouble and all that. You can explore around in the wilderness to collect plants. Sometimes you find a hot spot or a trail of them. Usually it's a needle in a haystack. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can't pick up that one. Which plants can I pick up? I don't know anymore. You can find multiple recipes that all make the same thing. Until later. Then you can make cool stuff. This is neat, but I honestly wish they restricted you more. You can still dig through the trash and do other stuff the Bachelor did. The one thing you don't get is his special eyeglass which
Complicated bit.
detects the infection. If you walk slowly, you
receive
won't
a
have a
hot
problem
bar
with that
when it comes in?
anyways. Wait, did I say walk slowly? Those clouds will chase
You
you,
know,
which you
Rose.
should expect when the cloud is made from screaming human skulls. The biggest distinction is how the characters treat you and the missions. The Bachelor does learn a lot of town
We'll be
lore,
back
but
to
not
speak
very
Seth, I
deeply.
think.
He's very scientific, rational, and set in his ways. Initially, he's wanting to learn about the culture, not learn from it. So of course people don't want to bother. But the Haruspex is a local, and those who do trust him, really trust him. They reveal things the Bachelor never learned. open with information he struggled to get, admit they're lying to the Bachelor. It's all running in parallel. You're getting a more complete picture of the narrative. You're learning the deeper parts of the town's lore. You participate in their rituals and sacrifices, learn about their worship of bulls. Many of the locals believe the whole world rests on the back of a bull. The Bachelor dismissed this stuff, but now you're part of it. Even some of the plays which seemed like nonsense before, now I can get what's going on. You have a new set of Bound, and you'll learn more about characters who you barely talked to before. You can even talk to the Bachelor like the Bachelor talked to you. The parallel narrative is really cool. But everything that was bad before is still bad, and in some cases even worse. Sure, the combat is still awful, but there's a big chunk of main missions that are filler, tedious, or both. I'll open the door if you bring me 50 vitamin pills,
A lot of vitamin
ones that a
pills.
shop owner might have a dozen of if I'm lucky. A kid might have 1 to 3. How about a dozen or 15? 50. Bring 30 clips of rifle ammo. How about
That's
a
a
He
lot
Went
of
That
clips.
Away quest? Just going around asking where someone is only to end up right in the beginning where you started. Then you have 3 days of time trial missions. I thought this was already a time trial. There's even an awkward boss fight. It's like they were trying to find ways to stretch it out more than it needed to be. It's like they had ideas of who the Haruspecs should talk to and what about, but they didn't know how to get them from point A to point B, so they just made some stuff up. The thing is, you still go from point A to point B, but now with extra errands. One day something interesting might be happening. The next day it's a scavenger hunt. A good half of this is really good, but the other half is wasted potential. With all that said and done, I can't talk much about the third character yet. Without saying too much, it does have interesting ideas, but it feels even more rushed than this was. Go to that house. Are they bad? Yes or no? Repeat. Hi, doggy. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk spoilers. If you don't
Spoiler
want
time.
them, go to here.
That's the
You
most
really
of
want
the
to stick
video.
around for this, huh? Alright. The time in town changes the Bachelor. He's just trying to protect these people and find the cure to the plague, but things keep getting in his way. The customs interfering in his research, the rampant corruption, the power games. His hope is that the army might sort things out, but that becomes a slaughter. Even the military has factions breaking it apart. It's all a mess. He's seen the town go from full of life to a war zone to basically empty. He's understandably lost his faith in humanity from this. So what would he have to turn to? The polyhedron, the impossible structure separated from the town by a river. In the last days of the game, your map will begin to change, showing a new angle of the city. It starts to match his investigation of the plague. He finally has it figured out. There is no step demon. The structure was put into the ground deeper than any building before it. The locals made claims that blood would pool around its support spike, but it wasn't blood. It was infected groundwater. The plague comes from the earth below the town. It all makes sense now. And this amazing structure protects the people inside of it from the plague. After everything the town did to the Bachelor, there's only one thing that makes sense now. The army needs to shell this town to the ground. The structure may have inadvertently caused the plague, but we need to keep it. It's a miracle. So the town gets shelled. No more city, but we get the structure. The locals have several subplots that span an intricate web. I'm not going to delve too deeply into those, but instead focus on the main themes of the game. Now our first word of the day is contradiction. So much in the game contradicts each other. In Russia, the game is titled Plague Utopia. The word plague doesn't always refer to disease. It can just mean destruction or calamity. But a utopia is a perfect world. Happiness, free for everyone forever, that kind of thing. So it would be destruction, perfection. How could those complement each other? Let's look back at the game. The town has a culture of a nomadic steppe people, but also industrialized. The musical lyrics are very tribal, but most of the instruments are electronic. An infection that destroys all life, but a building that can make your dreams come true. Tradition versus progress. You're a doctor who kills to survive. The game acknowledges it. How can the plague and the structure complement each other? There's an argument that what's been happening is harmony. Some live, some die, that's nature, but now it's taken to an extreme. There are characters who believe what's happening is the road to utopia. They believe the plague to be a physical law, almost like the plague is a kind of Newtonian reaction to the structure being built. A reality-breaking wonder is met with a reality-breaking tragedy. Well there is all that theater stuff. The philosophy is summed up like this. There is a top in utopia, but don't let the word deceive you. It's all about what's down below. It requires dirt. There are arguments that it can exist, that it shouldn't exist. Is it really perfect if it's causing suffering too? And that's when I realized, how perfect is it that it's filled with kids? Sure, you can dream of a perfect world as a kid. Then you think about it when you're older and have more life experience. Do you think it's possible for everybody to have a perfect, ideal world without anybody else being left out? Alright, Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, so if you didn't pick it up, our second word is utopia. This is starting to feel like a bleak Pee-wee's Playhouse, so I'm not doing the words anymore. There's a lot of ways to interpret it. The tower could represent childhood innocence, and the town can represent growing up. The infection could be progress drowning out tradition, or vice versa, I don't know. The universal law thing would explain why the buildings and the streets themselves have scabs and signs of sickness on them. The roads in Massachusetts are just like this. There are criticisms of lives being viewed as disposable, which is pretty common for Russian games. There is one other big thing I want to touch on. But what about the other character? While his route is kind of blander, he does have some reveals. His map also changes, showing the town resting on a bull. The cattle processing abattoir has a second purpose, taking the blood from the cattle. They claim to pour it into the veins of the world and they can extract it warm whenever they want. Then it suddenly came to me. Why did the worms need blood for farming? The caste permitted to cut open bodies is related to the one who can dig into the earth. Inspired by the Bible, Puritans wanted to build a city upon a hill. In Pathologic, maybe, just maybe, they tried to build it on a bull. Or the utopia is a bad idea and we're feeding it our children. After investigating and mulling it over, it becomes apparent that the blood beneath the town was poisoned. He can make a cure using special blood from beneath the town, but the disease seems to be coming from the tower. Or it could have been this guy's fault. I don't know. Anyways, he has the exact opposite solution. Destroy the tower and save the town. So you do. The kids love it. It could also be implying technological regression or stagnation, but I'm not sure. So here's the kicker. You need all of your bound to survive. However, you can also heal the bound of other characters. This means sacrificing your rare plague-curing items. This is a pain to pull off. If you save the bound of another character, you can choose their ending, and something else more important happens. The powers that be send you a letter inviting you into the polyhedron. What could it mean? What's that on the right? Is that... Oh no. Oh god, no. Not after all this. Please don't, I beg you. Oh no. Look at our magic sandbox. Isn't it crazy? Everything's alive inside of it. Breathe. Keep in mind, you see this after playing it for 20 to 60 hours. This is the big reveal. The town is a magic sandbox. It's a game kids made after a funeral to cope with loss.
Oh, so nothing was
for
real.
Someone who died of the sand plague. Oh, my head. The hero has been deceived. It was vain. It was all in vain. The hero is but a puppet. Wait a minute. This is written like a funny tragedy in a play. It's mocking. There's something to this. Well, I'm already in this deep, and now you are too. What happens when you save all of the bound? Well, the same thing as usual. Except afterwards you get an invitation to the town theater. From the people who executed the whole thing. Time to find out. Sure, you can take my coat.
What?
Oh my god. These are the stand-ins for the developers. You can argue with them about the game and your role in it. You can ask who they are, but you already know. They're a collection of poorly rendered polygons on a screen. Your character may be a toy, but aren't the children who made the town a doll too? They made a mocking "it was all a dream" ending just to ask you, why would you be mad it's all a dream? You knew from the moment before you even played that it was all made up. A story-driven game can't give you true freedom because, yeah, everything you do is already predetermined, all the variables. You already know that no matter what you play in the back of your mind, but here it's bringing it to the forefront. After being so invested in the game, this blew me away. What a perfect trap. Someone would only play through the misery of this game for the story, and even then they pull the rug out from under you. I hate this, but I really like it. This is stupid, but it's brilliant. Inevitability. Wait, I thought we stopped doing that. Your fate was sealed from the first screen in the game. Inevitability and fate are constant themes through the game. I've seen this theme in a lot of Eastern European games before. It doesn't mean everyone there is sad, it's just a different cultural mindset. And boy, did Pathologic set my mind somewhere. The game constantly saying that it all ends, random characters foreshadowing the godchildren. It was hammered into you from the start. You just didn't know what it all meant yet. Yet there's still another pressing question.
There's more?
What about the changeling? Gotta play that one. Yep, here I am. I know it's all a lie, but I'm still here. Oh, Path of Logic. So the English title had a meaning too. Anyways, in this fresh hell you play a girl who wakes up in dirt. Your reputation will be falling no matter what, so that's nice. You're a little girl, so the garbage cans look bigger. I think that's a positive change. I don't know. Your hands have magic healing powers, so that helps you get your reputation back up. You can even cure the plague, but you could get infected yourself, so be careful. Of course I can heal you. Come, my son. Feel the power of... Turns out it might instantly kill sinners. Okay, let me try and heal this sick man then. Nope, okay. Can only do it on the people with a really contagious disease. The town is only a month old. Yeah, I know. Good luck in the SCP dungeon. The things being revealed now were already revealed by the other two characters. In fact, I was thinking about those ones more. Maybe the world is supposed to be a bowl, and that's why there are scabs on the ground. The changeling can't use normal weapons, only this special revolver. I diagnose you with dead. I made up a twin sister for the killings, but maybe she's real now? You have a mind power to force people to tell the truth to you, but it's all really minor details at this point. The tower is the dreams of children, etc. There's really not much happening. Oh, I can make the cure to the plague with my hands.
Oh.
Wait, wasn't I doing that? I'm thrown off. The polyhedron is an ideal, yeah, we know. Tell Volgan that I can save the town and the tower. Now people need to periodically sacrifice their blood to keep the town and the tower preserved. So there will need to be constant sacrifice to maintain a balance between tradition and progress. Okay, I get it. Our gods are children. Look man, you gotta believe me, it's all a lie. So the changeling caused the plague but lied about having a sister who can heal, but then the healing sister lied about the changeling being real, which made her real? Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. Guys, what's going on here? Okay, so the changeling is both the protagonist, but also the plague, which is the contradiction, you know. One thing's healing and destroying, and it's all together, but now it's in the character. Hey look, that's a good question down there. Why changeling?
Yeah.
Please tell me why I just played this character. Well, initially we were going to rest content with just the destruction, but then we quickly slapped together a different ending. They didn't plan anything, they were rushed in dev time.
What?
Laugh it up, you and Volgan, just laugh it up. I'm not playing the Void for at least a year. No more weird Russian games for at least a year. Here's my grand finale, my conclusion. Pathologic is about walking around picking up trash. This game is hard, and it's not fun, and it was made with that intention. While I can't quote it verbatim, the developer basically said games can be more than just being fun. They achieved that.
Entirely
I will
fair.
never forget this game. The story, the setting, and the writing are fantastic. The game has so many interesting ideas. It might also be the most boring and mundane game I've ever played. It's a contradiction. At the time of this video, it's ludicrously cheap. If you're interested but don't want to deal with all the walking, I would still encourage you to get it, and here's why. The same developers are working on a complete reimagining of the game, changing and improving the stories of some characters, updating the visuals, and most importantly, cutting down the walking. It has a free demo out called The Marble Nest. Check it out. The thing is, this game is going to be episodic. It was going to be one big game, but then the economic crisis in Russia caused the deal to fall through. The first
What's
episode will be
called
about the
video?
Haru specs and not The Bachelor. They might not
7
be in trouble,
years.
but it's enough to get me worried. The story of the original game is very similar to Darkwood, artists turning into game designers. They had to cut a lot, so I'd like to see what they can do when they realize their ideas better. This is a hard game to recommend, and if I did, it would mainly be for The Bachelor. I'm really torn on this. I don't think I can keep a good conscience and tell people to play this. You know what you're in for. So that's the video. See you next
The
year
game
with,
you wouldn't recommend.
something. Thanks for watching. And thanks to all the people making this possible.
Very
I guess
good.
I will end up using that community post thing since when I said
Anyway, with more stuff I've got to catch up on. Activation not optional? Alright, where to start from? Half of Akra. Earth Defense Force 6. What? Raki? No idea. Possibly Raki.
Hey, people. Seth here. I did my part. We all did our part. But it wasn't enough. It's been 3 years since we killed God, and we're still no closer to reclaiming our world. The aliens may be
Oh, yeah,
gone,
but
but
the
the
defense
monsters
force
they've
storyline
left
is
behind
crazy.
have made life all but impossible. The world is ruled by monsters. At this point, maybe we are the invaders, and they are the EDF now. Wait, what? What?
What?
What?
What?
The Earth Defense Force 6 begins now. This game has finally been released outside of the theocratic dictatorship known as Japan, where the personal computer is a heretical relic, and releasing a good PC port is considered apostasy. Luckily, the developers aren't getting excommunicated, as this game, which is about 80% EDF5 by volume, somehow has a worse PC port. And despite
Yo.
not being an Epic exclusive, this game uses Epic Online Services for its multiplayer. Ah yes, let me just sign in with my LEGO account. You can't turn this off, and every time you get an achievement, it locks your controls and you die. We are so
Oh.
back to the past, because that's where we're going. Now, you'd think the phrase EDF plus time travel would be a good great tone indicator for this experience, but you'd be wrong. Watching this game unfold is like giving a 20 to your local tweaker. After the gas station dick pills and 2 hits of Bang Energy kick in, it's impossible to predict his next move. And yet,
Damn.
it's strangely captivating to watch him wrestle an officer while urinating with a full erection. Speaking of which, our sponsor, I need money for fentanyl. Hey gang, do you want to know why we're dealing
got
with this
whiplash.
invasion? Because someone, you specifically, forgot to install ExpressVPN. That's right, Earth Defense Force is a metaphor for what happens when you browse the net without a VPN. Like ants to a picnic, your unsecured connection attracts all manner of unsavory characters. From your ISP to scummy data brokers and government glowies. Who knows what they want or what they'll do when they get it? If you're lucky, they'll just sell off your data to the highest bidder and turn your life into a living hell of targeted advertising. If you're unlucky, they'll establish a detailed record of every illicit detail of your personal life and use it against you to ruin your life. That's right, you'll be forced to resort to making TikTok slop content just to get by. Thankfully, ExpressVPN
Express
stops
been
all
hell.
this and more by
And
routing
death.
all of your internet traffic through a secure encrypted tunnel, allowing you to browse the internet anonymously, securely, and privately. Use it to stay safe anywhere, even on unsecured public Wi-Fi. Now that's what I call a picnic. Personally, I use ExpressVPN to protect myself from my own landlord. At the moment, I have him fooled. He thinks I can barely make rent, but as the owner of my Wi-Fi network, he can see everything I do. If he sees what I purchase online, he'll jack up my rent. But with ExpressVPN, Wi-Fi owners can't see what you're up to on their network, making total privacy just one click away. Now, I can go about my normal business and occasionally turn it off to Google things like what to do if very poor, how to make money for rent, and is it healthy to eat cement? Just to throw him off a trail. ExpressVPN is consistently rated
No,
the number
do
one
not eat
VPN
cement.
by CNET, The Verge, and tons of other tech reviewers. And unlike me, they actually have a reputation. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Seth. Earth Defense Force 6 innovates on the EDF format of reusing 90% of the last game by having you time travel back to literal copy-pasted EDF 5 missions. The entire intro is a highlight reel of brain rot from a previous title.
In these 5 months, humanity has lost 30% of its population.
30%.
How many times does humanity
Still not
lose,
too
like,
bad.
And since my mind has blocked out all EDF-related memories
How
as
many
a trauma
times does humanity
response, it
lose all of
still
its
hits
population
just
in
as
EDF?
hard. From a premise, you'd think we'd bring back some kind of superweapon or strategy. But remember, this is a universe where everyone eats glue, including the aliens. What we've brought back is far more valuable. Advice. Advice, such as shoot the glowing weak point. In the original timeline, this took the EDF months to figure out. Your guidance helps a little, but the aliens are sending new enemies back in time as well. We're playing a game of quantum chess, but every player is retarded. So, what's new? Not much. Welcome
EDF,
to EDF.
but with
You get one
Terminator
new
timeline.
mechanic and quality of life features which should have been there from the start, like these new damage numbers. So now I can see I'm doing exactly 1 damage. The Ranger can now turn while sprinting. This took
Yo,
years of programming.
game-changing.
Everyone gets a new backpack weapon slot, so now you can actually use all the stupid shit that would have otherwise cost you an entire slot. Backpack weapons also reload passively, so now you don't have to hold it out for a real-life minute to reload your turrets. This entire series is built on breaking you down, to the point where I'm giving praise each time something gets marginally better. Wing Diver gets an infinite durability, spammable shield that blocks everything. Its intended purpose is to survive attacks and get some breathing room. Its actual purpose is to grief your teammates. Playing Air Raider causes a unique form of brain damage, where all of your dopamine pathways remap to prioritize Big Bomb at the cost of self-preservation. EDF 5 tried to fix this by adding more limpet guns and a third weapon slot. EDF 6 has given up completely. Now you have an entirely new category of drone strikes which can work underground or in a timeline where all of your artillery crews are dead. An offenser gets literally nothing. He's exactly the same. Just like 5, he goes from broke to broken, from garbage can to Gundam that can solo the entire game. EDF's enemy designs take from the late Confucian philosophy of CBT maximalism, which falls into one of the following categories: instant death shotgun, instantaneous corporeal relocation, I can't see what the fuck is going on, I'm having an epileptic seizure, and the rarest category of all, actually good. If they have a gimmick, EDF will make damn sure you know about it.
These aliens are armored! That's on the fully protected, clad in armor, head to toe. They're covered in armor. Where do we even aim?
These enemies have new gear. There are just a few heavily armored aliens.
For example, the flying drones have a unique mechanic, the rules of which are described to you in excruciating detail. And what is it? When you shoot an enemy, they get mad. One of the simplest game mechanics that anyone, no matter how much their mother drank during pregnancy, can figure out on their own. In any other game, you would not need to drill this into the player, but this is EDF. I've spent the last 15 hours inhaling nitrous and holding left click. I'm grateful for this reminder, because with zero explanation, a new red drone shows up, and if you aggro more than one at a time, you're already dead.
I don't know, I'm making shit up.
That's supposed to be a decoy. In EDF 5, they were useless because they had no health. In EDF 6, they're useless because the aliens won't fucking shoot at them. EDF's network of radio gaslighters will keep you stocked up on genuinely dogshit advice. At one point, android suicide bombers show up, and you're told to run away, hold your ground, shoot the bombs, don't shoot the bombs, and link up with Charlie. Charlie is the key to all this. A terrifying new enemy. However, are we going to hold shift? Their weakness is the shift key. Surprisingly, most of the new designs aren't terrible. Androids shoot their hands, which is a physical projectile that can be shot out of the air. The new drones have weak spots and dodgeable attacks. The Cruel are actually interesting. They can block attacks with their energy shield until it overheats. In the game's own words, the black ones don't work. It's genuinely fun, combining different gear and strategies to get past their shields. And then, you play a mission with a rolling pillbugs, and all that praise goes out the window. I need to make one thing very clear. Cheat Engine is no longer optional. I complained about the drop system in 5, but now it's worse than I could have possibly imagined. Let me give you a quick rundown. Enemies drop armor and weapon crates. Armor crates permanently increase max HP by 1. Weapon crates are gacha tokens that give 1 spin of the end of mission reward wheel. These weapons come from a genuinely schizophrenic loot table based on mission number and difficulty, with a bias towards whatever class you're playing. Getting duplicates levels up the star statistic. This is not a small bonus. It brings the weapon from borderline useless to borderline griefing. If you're operating under the reasonable assumption that difficulty options are purely a matter of taste, EDF will punish you. If you play the entire game on normal, you'll encounter only 25% of all items. If you want a smooth progression through all of the weapons, playing missions at the developer intended armor and weapon levels, you'll have to play the entire game, and I'm not making this up, 16 times. Every single mission, on every single class, on normal, hard, hardest, and inferno difficulties. Or you can use Cheat Engine to multiply the drops by several thousand and play on hard so you only miss half a drop table. And if you're worried about cheating diluting your experience, it won't. Every mission has a hard limit on max health and weapon level. This isn't just a polite suggestion. I'm asking you to cut out 60 hours of grind, so you can find out it makes no difference because you get one shot anyway. I mentioned this game was insane, but it doesn't truly become clear until you shoot at the time machine again. You know you're in for a treat when you see the words, "The Earth Defense Force 7 begins now." This is where you realize we're not using time travel to stop ourselves from eating glue. This is a race through time to see who can eat the most glue, us or the aliens. And right now, they're winning because they can send new enemies back in time, but we can only bring our memories back to our bodies in the past. The scientist who travels back with you tries to make use of this, but each time he does, the EDF sends him to the psychiatric ward. He's looped so many times, he's memorized the game's dialogue. I mean, I don't actually know how many times he's looped. He just said he lost count, but the EDF's greatest weakness is numbers, so that's not saying much. When he gets locked up, the title of smartest man in the EDF goes to Steve, the only man who can count all the way up to 10.
Yeah, and it's number 9. The 9th one out of 10.
Truly, our brightest mind.
I'd kill for a meal. I'd even eat a monster at this point.
People smarter than us have already tried.
I believe them, because this is a post-No Child Left Behind universe. EDF has a very particular way of introducing new enemies. First, you'll do a normal mission with normal dialogue. Then, near the end, the NPCs will randomly bring up something you've never heard before, like...
I would have never believed that demons would go over the surface 3 years ago.
You're left wondering,
hope you're
is that a
enjoying yourself.
metaphor? Then, you go to the next mission and...
That scared me.
Oh shit, they weren't kidding. That Cruel is getting prime toppy. This situation is so hopeless that many
I don't know
in the
what
EDF
facts
are
he'd be
seeking
speaking.
God,
That
not
scares
in
me. That's
religious
a
sense,
very
they are
ominous
physically
sentence, and
looking
I
for God.
am
The possibility
worried
of his
for
existence
my future.
gives the EDF hope. Not hope that he'll save us, but hope that we can beat him to death ourselves. However, that's not going to work
Just
this
watching
time.
video.
So we really need to figure out how to use this whole time travel thing to our advantage. The Earth Defense Force 8 begins now. This time, the scientist managed to avoid the insane asylum and uses his time traveler knowledge to invent
How is this
newer
not
and
like
better weapons for the EDF.
peak?
And then he gives us the the plot twist. The aliens aren't from another planet. They're from Earth, but millions of years into the future. They're not teleporting in monsters that look like giant
How do you
ants.
make
They're sent
Earth
as a
Defense
result
Force
of millions of
7
years
now?
of
Like,
ant evolution.
you
back
just
in
have to
time.
make Earth
These
Defense
aliens
Force
evolved from an
9?
Earth where mankind is extinct and the world is ruled by monsters. When they asked, "Are we alone in this universe?" they discovered the ruins of human civilization and went back
Who are
in
you?
time to check us out. When they descended in their egg-shaped ships, early humans mythologized them as gods. However, one of them said, "Imagine drunk driving one of these," and did exactly that. After finding the ship, humanity realized, "Oh shit, there's aliens," and formed the Earth Defense Force. If the EDF exists, the world will never be ruled by monsters, and the aliens will never evolve. That single drunk driving incident just time paradoxed the aliens, but they have one last option to stop themselves from getting blipped. They evolve from a world where humanity is extinct, so they just need to make
Yo,
us extinct.
you!
Now, you may be thinking, why not just go back and turn Grug and Grunga into paste? Because that would cause another time paradox. If they solve the problem too early, then
How
they
you
never
doing, you?
needed to solve the problem, and will never solve the problem. That's why they invade at the start of EDF 5. It's
Gotta
just
share
after
the
the
love.
formation of the EDF,
Everyone
so
go
there's
check
still a
out
reason
you.
to go back and invade. All of this means
he's a little-
we have a
he's
chance.
a little
we just
big.
have to do well
He's a
in
goober.
one loop, and we can time
goober.
paradox the aliens out of existence for good.
That's
This
the
time,
thought.
we do so well against the aliens
Yeah, I
that
have
instead
to,
of
like,
emerging from a bunker into a
leave
war
again
zone,
early.
you're
I'm
greeted by
guessing
an
you got
army of
about
advanced
13 or
soldiers
14
living in a
hours.
high-tech utopian
That's
Wakanda.
impressive.
Then you
I-
blow it all
I
up,
worry
but
for you
despite your
sometimes.
efforts, the aliens are still one step ahead. Every loop, they send their evolved ships back into the ring. Turns out, these ships carry a
Like,
log of everything
is
we
there
did
any more
during the war,
content
and they go back in time
of
and
that
use that to
Kanto?
retroactively win the war. They've been doing this the entire time, but
Of
out
the
of
storyline, at
everything
least,
in
I
this
don't know.
fucking game, they are being
Don't know
subtle
how it
about
works.
At the start of the game, a ring ship appears. Then, in the next
You'll be
mission, everything is
fine. You
destroyed.
better be.
They didn't just move quickly. They went back and changed the timeline. We can only go back in time by shooting at the ring at a specific time. But if the aliens time travel before then, they can retroactively change the current timeline from one where we have 10 billion civilians to one where we have 500 civilians because of EDF's time travel rules. Every mission
Too
takes
good.
place in its own temporal pocket dimension. Any attempts to change the timeline, past or future, will
Maybe
get
one
queued,
day I'll
and
get
all
back
the
into a
queued
gacha game.
actions resolve when the mission ends. If we're in mission 50 and you send me back in time to introduce your father to competitive League of Legends, you can watch
We'll
me
see
leave,
if that
and you'll be
ever
perfectly
happens.
fine. Then, on mission 51, you no longer exist because you never existed.
What?
Who are you? So, when a mission ends, the evolved ship's going back in time gets resolved, and in the next mission, you're fucked. The scientist couldn't care less, though. He's got bigger issues at the moment.
There goes my ulcer again.
In order to win,
Big issue
we
indeed.
have to do so well in one loop that we can assault the time machine before the evolved ships can go back in time. We're done playing around. It's time to win this thing. The Earth Defense Force 9 begins now. Now, we've
How
gone
do you
all the
make
way
a
back to the
sequel
very
to fifth
beginning of
game?
EDF 5. This is the payoff for everything we've had to put up with. From the very start, the EDF has giant mechs called Bragas lying around. Why don't they use them? Because they're construction cranes. The EDF doesn't even think to use them as weapons until months later. But
It's
this
got more
time,
bugs.
you
It
stuff
is a
your
very
weapons
buggy
through the metal
game.
detector, so you can save
But
one guy
this
that
is
dies
already
during the tutorial. Turns out,
3
this
Earth
is the
Defense
single
Forces in
most
one
important
game.
person in the fucking universe.
Like, do you
The
just have to make
linchpin
Earth
that
Defense
turns
Force
the tide
10?
of the entire war. This one guy is the only person who knows the code for the Braga elevator. In EDF 5, the base gets wiped and they have to fish out the Bragas from the rubble. But this time, they drop the anchors and you hold the line, punching them to death and saving the base from annihilation. Every mission in this timeline corrects all of your mistakes. These guys got squished by a pylon, but now we can block their convoy so they don't. When the dropships appear in EDF 5, you're not allowed to kill them because nobody has ever tried shooting the glowing weak point. But now, as a civilian, you start blasting them out of the sky and get immediately conscripted.
I found a safe place! Behind them!
When Godzilla shows up, you waste no time and immediately bring out the Braga to kick his ass. In fact, this timeline goes so well that the EDF has developed their ultimate weapon, Braga with a gun.
Oof.
Target 8. Loss ratio at 50%.
The aliens are throwing everything they have at us. It's time for us to use our own trump card. Another Braga.
Continue fighting!
This is basically the perfect timeline for us, but the aliens
Paragon.
still managed to send the evolved ship.
Paragon.
If we want to win, we need our own ace in the hole. Luckily, the scientist has one. The EDF's ultimate
Cheeseburger.
secret weapon. Coincidence. That's right. random chance. The aliens have a finite number of evolved ships across every time loop. If 10 go back and we destroy one, then they can only send 9 back in the next loop. So, all we have to do is time loop infinitely and eventually kill every single evolved ship, stopping them from going back in time and wiping out
Defense
progress,
Force 6.
and actually allowing us to
I've-
gain the upper
the
hand.
chance of multiverse time
EDF was
travel.
the last thing I expected. It got meta. To go back in
What?
time and kill the evolved ships, you have to physically go back for your mission select screen. These include the only mission that takes place at night. They can reuse their entire game 3 times, but darkness? Whoa. That's way too disruptive. We can only do that once. After that, you're finally ready to assault the ring. You gather the EDF
I mean, I
finest
kinda
and
fuck
attack.
with meta.
Then they all die and tell you to run away. Great work, guys. You shoot the ring and it goes horizontal, opening its portal to rain enemies. It's revealed that you're not just fighting one group of aliens from one point in the future. You're fighting all aliens from every point in the future. They're throwing everything they have at you, but nothing is more effective than the ring because it stuns a player in real life. Then, the final boss.
That thing is officially our enemy. All units, initiate attack.
Of course, everything in EDF is big, but this thing is legitimately too big. It flies outside the skybox, attacks by turning an entire city block blue, and outruns all of your attacks. When you blow its head off, the front opens up and is revealed to be Mega God.
What?
What the fuck has happened? The time travel rules have either been making sense, or the oxygen deprivation has finally gotten to me. Allow me to explain what's actually going on. We are currently in a time duel to determine who gets time paradoxed out of existence. Humanity or the aliens. The aliens caused the time paradox with that little ship crash, and we caused the time paradox by launching a dirty bomb at Mars to prevent the Cruel from evolving. Now time itself has chosen us as humanity's
I've got
champion
Whiplash.
and Gigagod as the aliens champion. Whoever loses this fight gets their entire species time paradoxed out of existence. I'll reiterate, time is a sapient entity which manually resolves paradoxes by handpicking contestants for a deathmatch. This is no longer humanity versus aliens. This is 4 retards versus God's final form.
Taking a long time to crash.
Remember, aliens, you're no match for the indomitable human spirit. I've met men who could goon for 36 hours straight. I've met stronger men who could flicker goon for 7 seconds. Humanity
What?
always has and always will
The
overcome
fuck is a
adversity
flicker
because
goon?
we have something you don't. Stupidity. And you get nothing. No ending. Goodbye. Thank you for the $60. Earth Defense Force 6 is a lobotomizing experience where every single design choice is intentionally wrong. It's a sacrificial altar where you trade neurons for dopamine, coded by Emperor Hirohito himself. The weapon descriptions are lies. The dialogue is primordial brain rot.
We can't. The enemies are right in front of us.
I am the Manchurian Candidate. My MK Ultra activation phrase could be any line of dialogue from this game.
God, I hope it's not mating season.
But I'm not complaining. Coming from a race of people with a history of being fried in DiGiorno Easy Bake Ovens, parting with $60 was a difficult decision, but it was worth it. This is a series made by the same 5 guys for the past 20 years, and I'm cheering them on. Nonsense is an antidote in a world where nothing makes sense, and there's value in something that transcends reason. This is a product of unintelligent design, and I love it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many
I have
members of the Merchants Guild.
holistically gained entire levels of Whiplash, and I need something to refresh me, and I need... I don't know. I need a moment. I need a moment. I was expecting something batshit for Earth Defense Force. You know what? What is something which could clean my mind? I have no idea. Let's get like brain. There we go. This is gonna be for a few minutes. And, how's everyone doing? How's life? How's the family? How's the kids? How's your brain cells and your neurons and anything, your synapses? Because mine are a little bit boggled and fried. Remember seeing one of these on my feed a while back. For train journeys. I up this. Yes, I can. And the quality of it was like so high that it looked AI generated. Not even AI generated, it looked like a 3D model. Like, look how crisp everything is. It actually looks like a 3D model being like rendered in real time. Whew. You got any? You know what? I think we take a few minutes and then we play a bit of Dark Souls. I think that's the reality we sit in today. I don't think there's any topping some Seth. I've got a candle I want to light, but I don't have anything to light it with. Which is a shame. Also you, I don't know if you're still here, but I really liked your Paru. That's me noticing it's also your Twitch picture. I seen it on Discord and it was very nice. Probably someone coming off his platform. That's a small train. That's cute. Oh, door open. But I respect it. But. Ow. Guess we've got a Steam Detective Festival. What games are those including? Ooh. I wouldn't call either of those detective games. But Heavy Rain, oh, I'm super cheap for Heavy Rain. When are they off sale? They're off sale 19th January and 4th day. Ooh. Oh no, Pathologic 3 is on sale. That reminds me, let's set a goal. We have total subs, yes. Total sub points. Total subs. 25. There we go. We've got a new goal, guys. I should look to get something commissioned for that. That's maybe sometime this year we get that commissioned. We get the rich alert with that. Goal alert probably. Dashboard Twitch, yes, definitely. Yeah, let's get to Dark Souls. Let's get it loaded. I might need to fix a thing. Well, let's get that prepared. I might need to put myself up into the middle, like this. And I'm not in the right position. But I am now. But I'm still not in the right position. And there we go. There we go. Hello, gamers. Dark Souls! We can do fifth for like an hour, maybe two. What time is it now? At least an hour, maybe two. I was here. We just killed the Capra demon. So if I can remember my rape. Correct my audio a little bit. Ow. Who are you? Who are you, Bombardiers? Did I pick up a claymore? Nailbreaker-ish stuck. Dryhander. No. Right. Note to self. Who puts a door what opens onto a staircase, blocking the staircase? Why does it not open like left hand, right hand side? Right. It only makes sense. Where's this go? That's the way I came down. Yes. And so there's another way back. I didn't want to come this way, but I didn't remember the other way. Ah, fuck you, dog. You're the dead end. Thank you. Thank you. I'm assuming I can sell all of this stuff. Also, before other people come out, I don't have my actual thing open. There we go, perfect. Dogs are worse because they just attack you instantly. Ah! Bleed! How could it be bleed? Yes, that is right. We got a key here, which led down this way. and then into that door. Up here, there's one dude, and this takes me back to the bonfire. Which I think I will humanity and kindle. Do you sell moth? We're back to Undeadburg. Upside. Okay, I need to just run by everyone. Bonfire, and I now remember my way back. Thank you, Fairy-bot. Humanity! Kindle. Hi, beautiful. Hi. I'm going back. Hi. M2. Is there a way to speed up your attack swing speed? Like, can I swing the sword faster? Thank you for the range. Oh! And then full speed ahead. What's that glow? Is that just the lighting glowing off me, or is that like an effect? Also, speaking of effect, I don't think I need more poise. I should probably swap to the defense ring. Don't need the ring of sacrifice. Thank you. I'll be taking back. Those are mine now. And down here we have... I died to a guy with cleavers. Maybe I did need that, boys. One pot. Nice, nice. Knife. Check. Around downtown. I would like it if Trit would actually like blow the notification on my window. It's driving me nuts. But it won't. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. Alright. Ember. Ember! I should buy a smith box. Didn't have. I don't like the look of it while I've got 13,000 souls. That's all I'm saying. And 13,000 souls is only like 2 levels and a weapon level up. But still, that's 2 levels and a weapon level up. Perhaps I go back and get myself a smith box before I commit further ahead. If that's something up there, I want the dog off of my face, please. I'm not making that jump. Down on this side. Right. Ah. And he is surprisingly more brutal than I expected. Be wary of... Oh. You know what? I was not wary of up. 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 Let me out. 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 That's why you have full health when you go into a new area. I don't like that. If I sprint, can I get through them? Nope. The plan is ready to get health. In fact, now that I know it's there, just want a bonfire. Nope. Also nope. But that's a slightly better note direction. Oh, I'm gonna go back. I've got too many souls. I've got too many souls. I've got too many souls. This is why we have home at Bone, actually. Back. Cancel the reinforcement. Use the souls. That's to be in here. We've got like another 2,500. Try not to use the Moonlight Butterfly. I don't know how you convert that back into an item or armor. Also worth seeing if any of the items picked up can be used in lieu of any of the armor I'm wearing. Like a good night gauntlet. I can try the black leather. Nope, that fattles me. I can't change my armor. But maybe. That gives me like £3. Is it gonna fat roll? Yep. And that's 2.6. I can sack. The sack is definitely a vibe. I can also thief Mask of Brigandhood. I think with Thief Mask, we have upped resists. We get like, yeah, 2 strength and 1 end maybe. Yeah, my Zweihander is a primarily strength. That's another 6 damage. But that is 3 point stamina, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's also bleed resist. That's also 60 health. Also equip load, which is more armor. And then, what's the fastest way to get back to, what is the fastest way back to Andre? Firelink Shrine? Firelink Shrine. So we go back to Andre, we get a myth box, maybe a weapon upgrade if we can afford anything. If not, we pick up some Atonite. And then we come back and we continue. Faster. The two-handed actually is faster, I think. Shrine to the elevator. Oh, hello. Aren't you talkative? Or you?
What have we here? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp. Don't you dare meet my lady like that. You might scare her off for good.
I do what I want, thank you. You don't look quite raggedy yourself.
You again. What business have you? I don't suppose we can help, though. We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now. Oh, you again. It is quite... I can't very...
No, I'm gonna talk to you anyway.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
Oh, let me talk again.
Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
What are you trying to tell me?
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you...
Nope.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived.
Yeah, and they're
I will
rude.
be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure. Oh, hello. Miracles,
What does that do? Communication between undead. Talisman. I have a talisman.
Come again.
Hi.
If...
Also, can I sell stuff to you? He says you stinky. Oh, no. That's a good question. Is there anyone in Dark Souls 1 to sell what you have? Because I'm starting to get some dupes. Especially in the armor category. Wait. The difference between armor knight and elite knight, apart from the fact that I've upgraded elite normal knight. More durability, more lightning defense. How's it look? Arguably less armored. Not even arguably, it's just missing Caprius. I'm surprised I said that word right. He said then. Oh, she's stinky. She had 3 men. Stinky men. Alright, Andre, I'm coming. They gonna chase me? They don't matter. I wonder how much endurance they would need to have to turn like this armor into like a light wall from a medium. They're basically at the threshold of heavy wall. Oh yeah, and I can give you the ember too.
fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
Yes.
Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
For reinforce, I don't have any Titanite. I do have Sprinkling. I need Titanite Shard X3, but I want to purchase an item. Say I want to buy Weaponsmith Box. Because I probably don't need to upgrade my armor as much as I need to upgrade my weapon. So that's incredibly handy. And Ben will buy 2 Titanite from you, my good sir, and the next time we come back... Actually, I don't need to come back to upgrade my weapons anymore. I do need to come back to upgrade my armors. And what I can do is we can quick travel back to the last rested bonfire, which is right here. That saves a good, like, 3 minutes. I kind of hate the shader what's on this, like, other player spirits. It's more spooky. Makes me think of an enemy more. I think the poison probably is a good shout, actually. I don't remember them staggering me beforehand. Where'd I get that double humanity from? I came down here with 1 humanity, not 2. Alright, so I went the other direction, so I'm gonna come this direction. Dead people look too dead.
You. Yes, you.
Oh?
Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
Try rolling.
Oh, there you are. You must help me. Or else she'll have me for lunch. You're my only hope. Oh, please.
How do I help you?
Oh, you must help. She'll have me for lunch. You're my only hope. Please. Thank you. I would have been at supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly.
What's that for me?
I am Laurentius, or the Great Spawn.
Pyromancer.
Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Yep, anything else?
Oh, hello there.
Nope.
I'm fine, thanks to you.
I will pop the babble. More. Alright, this time don't let the slime land on your head. Catch him before you catch up you. Rule of the jungle. Alright, that's rude. Oh, that's a big rat. No, I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Nothing here. Oh! Then the planes can come this way. Beautiful. Nada, nada, nada. Nada. And I've got to be a gamer. Would it not be a better idea to try and just normal punch these walls as opposed to like use a weapon because the round up is bigger? I don't think there's any secret, but you son of a rat. You rat on a beach. Do a chamber key, so I'm gonna guess that this is for back door over there. Oh, invasion. What? What? Okay, what the fuck is the, like, thing? I am locked in. I'm not letting him get for joy. I'm not dealing with the ping of how does he backstab me. I fucking hate it.
And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done?
You_Kagasek just subscribed for 4 months.
Oh,
Meow,
that's
meow,
some
meow,
sort of
meow.
Invasion sucked. Thank you so much, you. Can tell you something else. My renewal on you is tomorrow. The new goal is a punishment goal. I don't know if and when we'll meet this, but it's gonna suck when we do. I am not having a good time. But are you having a good time? But if you are having a good time, then you. You're delayed as fuck. That's fine. One day, I might do another long stream. That's unrelated to anything before. Oh, actually, that's a shout. That saves me some time. Fuck. You. Not you, but like fuck you, that guy, not fuck you. You know, it's great your name being you because it means we've got a lot of confusion. And I live for confusion. I got a new key. I'm guessing it leads in here. I could be wrong. Punishment, 24-hour pathologic 1. I mean, the punishment is pathologic 3. You got to have so many times to change your name. Ah. That's painful. How do you deal with it? With plebeians who can't understand the joy of ambiguity. Good. Along with everyone else. Yeah, I'll find the counter petition. Petition to make you's name you. Right, the rat come up. The big boy. Oh, fuck my life. Well, can someone tell me if there is a bonfire near to fair? Because I'm going slightly not with these bonfire distances. So when is your next time live? And do we have any clue as to what it's gonna be? Yeah. I'm putting you on the spot. I want the deep. The beach. Yeah, you do definitely gotta recover. That's like as many hours as I stream in a week in one day. You crazy. I need a game I can get as addicted to as that. Catch him. Just beat up wind that comes in. Ooh, backstab. It'll be a cold day in hell. No, I'm kidding about that part. Well, you know, you gotta hold it on like a string at the end of a stick. Eldroth 2. That is starting at the end of the month. Bird finally has a date. I was ringing already for that one. So that's gonna at least be given a month or two bash. No half measures, gotta at least get to end game. Like, maybe not like current end game, but at least within end game. Who knows, maybe if the MMO was gonna actually like catch me for the first time in like many a year. Go turt, maybe you it's too much yapping. You gotta hydrate that throat. You gotta hydrate. You gotta passion that hydrate button. Ah, fucking rat! It will, especially if you're not used to it. Even if you are used to it. 14 hours of yapping a long time. Oh damn, he died so much quicker than the last time I killed one of them. I feel like I run with a scam. Ooh! How much Titanite do I have? I need more Titanite. That looks like a fun zone. Right, go get a drink. Maybe like a honey tea. That might help. Give your throat a coating. Honey milk. I don't question it. No! And with an axe. Oh no! I don't know how. Milk and honey. I do like honey flavored cereals. I never try to just do honey and milk, but like it does sound good. clean combo. Ah. I don't know how Rex or Curse builds up, and I don't want to find out. So, after they die first, and I ask questions later. Ring of the Evil Eye. Sounds like a plan. Go to treat when feeling down too bad. I am gang honey tea, especially green tea or lemon tea. That is a pretty peak combo, especially if you've got like a sore throat, like a strep throat or something. Right, you can stay down there. Shit. Oh, he's trying to fight his way back to me. But there's an item up there, and if I see an item, I need the item. And with humanity! Hi. Ah! Come closer, frogs. Nope. I just... Hey, come on down, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. Good. All good. All good. Hood. I'm not taking two chances of full motherfucking frogs in its motherfucking tour. I was confused for a second because I thought that this was where I had been. With the rat and the guy who invaded. I hate the big rat and the dagger. Dagger me Elmo. Ah, oh, fuck. Can't believe you've done this. Oh, look, it's Tiny Rat. He got fucked. I want to know what fucked him because I do not want to get fucked by it. Death, Okay, that saves a bit of time. Doesn't save a lot of time, but does save a fair bit of time. Which is good. rats are all that matter. Right. Where was I before? I was over there. No. Over there? Up there. I was up there before. Yo, I love Invisible Wall. That'll be my favorite gender. That does look like an arena, but it's also got a sign down there, so it probably is not an arena. Praise the sun! I don't have a praise the sun. Downstairs? What about the other direction? Viewpoint weakness tail. I don't like it when someone says weakness tail. X weakness the tail? I couldn't tell you that. I wouldn't know. I bet a tail with abnormality. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back. I'll come back. I see a fog wall. I know that not all fog walls in Dark Souls 1 lead to death, but I've got a feeling this one leads to death, so I hope that there's a closer bonfire I can catch out somewhere. Because, it would be nice not having to run... Oh, hello.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler.
Most of them.
I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Oh, will you buy stuff? Also give me? Talk to me?
I'm afraid I don't see anything here. I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
Oh, pine resin. That's pretty good. Ooh. Interesting. You know what? Go get a couple.
Thank you.
This door is 100% locked. I have a feeling because there's a shortcut unlocked so close to this door, there's not actually a bonfire. Because there's a shortcut unlocked back there. Which means I continue using the Undead Berg bonfire. I just run down. And I just have like a 3-minute run back every attempt. Right, time to get myself killed. Oh. Yeah, it's not that small. The alligator dragon ribcage thing. Though they've got 6 legs, that's why not. It is a canonical chaos spawn. The important question is, does it have, like, ranged attacks. But if it has range attack, I'm more worried, and if it doesn't, I'm less worried. If they fly though? Maybe I'm just overthinking. Oh, okay, that is AoE, but it's not a ranged attack. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Let him do a... Stop the thing from the thing. Okay. Stay ahead of him. My condolences. What? I'm worried about potential phase 2 suddenly changing the script up. And with the potential phase 2, it will trigger now. He's just walking. Menacingly. Ooh! I could probably get ahead in if he does that. Get greedy. Turns out, playing like a bitch, it's working. Okay, too close to a wall, too close to a wall, too close to a wall. Don't get greedy. Get greedy, get greedy. Why was I so worried? So where do I go from here? Yeah, gape. Our dragon has been gaped. They gaped it. Oh, evidently it's not down fair. So I got... Dragon King Great Axe. That is a huge amount of damage. That is a 50 strength. Ooh. Great chillin'. He's chilling with the gaped right now. You know, you can only get so gaped before you like no longer function. How'd you read the signs, I guess? He wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad. Weakness tail. Evidently. I did it. Yes, I did. And this guy? Liar ahead. Okay, how many points is the level up? It doesn't tell me. Wait, how much points does that ring give? $40. That's a surprisingly high amount, to my knowledge. Do I go back to where that guy was shopkeeping? I don't even remember where that is. Is this the key I unlocked? Yes. Alright, I'll tell the truth. I know nothing about Blighttown apart from everybody hates Blighttown. Guess I'm gonna find out why everybody hates Blighttown.
Aye, sure, I adore trinkets and...
I didn't even need a resin. Toggle display 13.3 for 47. Okay, no. Okay. Can't take this. Reef ahead. Over 30,000, so they can't be happy. At that. With a bonfire, I'm happy. If it's not a bonfire, then... I don't know. Bravo. I don't like the look of all these blood piles. How many souls is that? 500. How welcoming. Okay, nope. Let's run. They have heavy attacks and they do poison. Yeah, let's what's the plan? What's the plan? Nope. I like how I don't like the idea of coming here and then I still come here. And my strategy is heavy attack, sprint, run. That's a light dagger. Come back. Let him do his thing. Heavy attack by sprint, a stagger. Come back. Let him do his thing. Heavy attack by sprint. And then run back and abuse the ladder. Run back and abuse the ladder. Run back and abuse the ladder. Thinking he can climb a ladder. No? Yes, he can. Nope. Right. 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 Slow and steady. Hey, dodge now. Not too bad so far. And I say so far. That's not good. But that's fine. I am in Blighttown. I still don't know where the fuck the closest fucking bonfire is, but I'm in Blighttown. Ah! Who said you could scare me? Get down. Get down. Yeah, I'm Oh, I don't like him. Oh, thank God the heavy weapon with big reach. How was the depth? Is that what the last place is called? Not too bad. I'm still using the Undead Berg bonfire. I don't know if there's any closer bonfire, and it scares me that it might be, and scares me more that it might not be. I'm not taking that leap. Not when I've got this many souls. I want to spend my souls. I would very much like to spend my souls, but I don't want to backtrack to do it. So then I have to respawn every enemy I fought so far. Kinda locked door. Ah! I do have a couple keys. I don't know if I've got any keys of a locked door. Speaking of keys, Undead Asylum, Dungeon Cell, Pilgrim, Residence, Mystery, Basement, Depth, Watchtower Basement, Through a Chamber in Blighttown. God, how is there so many of them? I don't happen to have a key to, like, the bonfire door. I would have thought it would have been a bonfire after, like, one of the, like, boss fights. But no. I mean, I'll be happy to come back with more rested. I don't think actually I did take one bit of damage during the Gaping Dragon. Gaping Dragon wasn't too bad. Pretty chill, actually. But I did unlock the... whatchamacallit? Fifth. Going back this way, I was ganked. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You know what? You know what? I think I'm gonna go for easy way back. If I can even call it the easy way back. Or at least die closer to where I can get my souls back. Like, I still don't know how to get to the fifth big guy. be a door to it. And that's where I die. I forgot about him. These guys are annoying me because, well, it's not even annoying me, but like, they attack faster than I do, if that makes sense. Should have just been rendering a sacrifice, that's what I should have done. But this is the run back I've been doing. I was right next to it. Good to know. Well, I wanted Estus back anyway, and I've never been trapped this bad here before. Good to know, but I can just get to it anyway. Like this way I at least have 10 flasks. Different enemies that give different levels of health, or that like a random chance per enemy? Give me that. Down here. This guy is over even further away. Oh, that door. Oh, to a chamber. Yo, thank you. Anything in Dark Souls 1 feels weirdly fast. I doubt this is an illusory wall. Time to use my humanity. Access bottomless. Oh, bottomless box. I thought it was bottomless pit. Will I kindle this? And then I don't have a third Titanite, but I can level up. I'm 5 levels. That's big. That is... I mean, don't get any more damage from my weapon, basically. That's interesting, actually. 2, 3, 2, 3. That's the question, is it worth still scaling this? I mean, I could probably pick up a higher strength scaling weapon. I could, like, load endurance. Get more equip load. Wear heavier armor. Get more stamina. Attack more. Honestly, I don't know what, like, the meta... No, I'm gonna call it a meta. I don't know what to really do. To get a bit more health. I do like the idea of 30 strength. Then you can get, and maybe after 30 strength and, no, not strength, vitality and endurance to 20. You'll soon find out, but the problem I have with a lot of Souls-like games is that I basically don't upgrade my health. I subscribe to the if you don't get hit, you don't need health mantra. Actually, we'll see if we can find the door. Son of a bitch. Having a large enough health proof at one, but if I got one shot you get back. You probably should subscribe to, like, don't get one shot rule. Motherfuckers. But that's why it's gotta be health and endurance for the next few levels. Yeah, maybe I just need to subscribe to big reppin' big armor. Maybe you're right, maybe I'm just not swole enough. Up the giant rep and shit roll good armor. I don't like shit roll. I hate shit roll. What? Did I not come this way? Havel's wing does fix everything. And I am scared of Havel, so I haven't killed him yet. Ooh, that's right. Perhaps I should go back and give him a bash again. Got nothing to lose anymore. Shit. No, I feel like petrification is not a good defense or offense mechanism, because if you're trying to kill something for food, you know, being able to eat them sounds like a good idea. I imagine you can't really eat stuff that turn to stone or crystal. But my question is, with an ecosystem of like this here, what evolutionary benefit, apart from like a legitimate defensive mechanism, does turning people into stone hold? I could be wrong, you could just get Havel's wing, not from Havel. Alright, have a spooky. Eye of Death! What does an Eye of Death do when it's a poem? Oh. No, I don't want to. I'm guessing I've taken a wrong turn if I want to go catch fat big rat. Ow. But this takes me back to here, which is not where Big Rat is. It was in fact Blight Town. Ow. Ow. Go back up the stairs and pick another direction. Every one of these guys have a Titanite. The fact that you get humanity from rats, it's never not fun. I'm swimming in it. So. It's gotta be a way. Found it. Give me a flask. I mean, I'll achieve it every way, but one day. I knew I'd find it. Huh. Okay. Gotta be something else up there. Gotta be something else. Gotta be. Gotta be a way back. This leads me back to... I don't know where. I am so lost. This leads me to Big Rat. If I go back to the Blight Town, that means I can go back up, loop back around, and see if there's something. And if not, I return to Bonfire, come back down, try not to take like more than a couple hits. Maybe I go back up. Maybe I go back up and try to fight Abel. That's also an option. Wrong way. So which way did I go? I went left. Then I looped back on myself. Then I went right, over the gap, went to the back, went to the left. Did I go to the right? At this point, I'm not even sure. Alright, so this way is where the frogs are, so I need to go back. That isn't the path I went. Oh, it's a maze down here. Escaping here is gonna be... Like I said, there's gotta be something else down here. Something else. Go for one more. Left. Forward. Loop back. Right. Jump. Left. Over here. Yeah. Oh look, humanity. Like, there's that entire zone, all like up there, and how do I reach it? Because I feel like falling down there takes me back to Blight Town. There's a thing there, there's no gap in that railing. No ladder, no hole in the wall, no extra gap. No door. Just a big rat and a potential dead end. Oh, it looks like I've looked back to north. Okay. Bonfire from Blight Town. Here we go. This is such an easier run back than the last one. Cyber Command. I thank you. Not great enough for a level up. I do have souls I could cash in, but it ain't not like a time for that. Eat him. Big rat does not respawn. Cowards. Coward, I tell thee. I spit at thee. And again, is there a way to get upstairs? That's it. No, because that's where I came from, so it's not even not even a direction to go. Hi. But I love your first time mapping. Blight Town, we are going to Blight Town. And I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of this ladder again, because fuck that guy. What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. I mean, it's not been that bad so far. Like, we do a lot of damage, and we have to do poison on top of it, but like... Blight Town hasn't killed me yet. No, as long as I play like a bitch. Bitches survive. Ow. Right, time to play like a bitch again. Kind of like Battle Ladders, not fair for you to abuse. Also, I feel like this ring isn't giving me a lot. That ring's giving me a bit more. Well, you know you want to aggro. Thank you. I'm worried about that guy in the right. Nope, it looks like he has aggroed. Okay, heavy attacks. Upper technology here. At least from the big guys. Dagger is incredible. Just one at a time, baby. Just one at a time. Have I not aggroed anyone from here? Wait, does the blowgun guy not respawn? Wait, they look like weird fish bird people. Come on, weird fish bird man, you know you want to come get a piece of it. Hollowed out, undead. That's why I like toys. Just catch him. Just catch him. So right, I think has a ladder. Left, I think has a jump. This guy here probably attempted to jump and fell off. Yep. I don't know where you'd go after that. We can come back for that. I'm not that worried about that. Suddenly the blue light disappeared. Just one of you? What happened to you? I ever feel like if I step over here? Nope, it doesn't. Sort of like an Indiana Jones dungeon. Little by little, bit by bit. Oh, he's coming for me. Like a proud knight soul. And it's all good to climb. Shadow. He's right above me. Okay, no, I guess that's not a path. Is it a path? I don't know anymore. Do people dislike Blighttown because of like the enemies? Do people dislike Blighttown because of getting lost? Honestly, I'm just a little lost. Okay, there was definitely a way down here. Oh, up there. I don't know how he got here. How did you die? You went this way, you went into the abyss, and you fell. And that only looks like a drop. So I'm guessing that the enemy must have fallen off like there or somewhere else. I'm gonna try a different direction. Don't hesitate to dogs and Dark Souls. In fact, you pre-attack them. This is a precarious bonfire, but I will take it. You know what? Not only will I take it, I think I still have my humanity. The one humanity, and I will kindle it. That is a BEA beautiful. And I will end there for the night, and tomorrow we will be back on with more Dark Souls. So that's been very good. Oh my god, I still had that playing. I forgot about that. Anyway, thank you anyone and everyone for showing up. Thank you for popping on by, or dropping a sub. I will be catching you again some other point. I want to be live tomorrow. I want to say I will have to update the Cool Hole guys about the plan for tomorrow morning, because I don't think I'm signed up for that, which is fine because I think I'll do it another time for the vintage OP. I do need to tell them if there's armor they can use. But that's all been good, and I've been me and you've been you, and I am signing off.